Okay, I wanted to take a step back and go back to our bar chart. Let's see if we can make this like three-dimensional. So we can't do it with a rectangle because we need it to kind of come up at an angle here, come up here, come over, and then down at an angle. So we'll probably need a path. So let's go back to barchart, index.js. We'll import path. We'll add another config. We'll just call this 3D equals true. And we'll come down here to where we're rendering our paths. I now have the gradient turned off, so we'll put this right here. And then actually, let me go back up to our props. And we'll say 3D width equals, say, 5. And here, we're going to add a path. Okay, we're going to do a quick reset here because when I originally recorded this video, I butchered all these numbers. So I'm going to go back and re-edit this and see if we can get this a little better and a little bit right. So like I said, the gradient's off, so we'll come down here. We'll say 3D. And we'll put, actually we'll do or null. We'll do a path. And here we're going to say D equals some backticks. And we'll start our line out with an M. This is x minus bar width divided by 2. And y. So that should start our, whoops, this path needs to go inside of these parentheses, sorry. And yeah, it's going to be mad about that. X. Oh, this is not right. There we go. Okay, so that's going to make our path start right here. And let me just bring these back a little bit. And then we'll create a line. And for the X, we'll say this is going to be X minus bar width divided by 2 minus 3D width. Let's cut this, put this underneath here. We will get this right. And at the very end, we'll put a Z. We'll come back and put the Z in later. For Y, it's going to be Y minus 3D width. And actually, to do this, let's make it 3dx, 3D width x, and 3D width y. And we'll put this one to, like, say 2. So I'll say 3D width x and 3D width y. So that should bring us up a little bit and back over a little bit. And here we'll say that we're going to have a stroke width is equal to 0, fill is equal to red, and an opacity to equal to 1, just so we can see what's happening. And did we say 3D was true? Let's see. 3D is true. Okay. And let's draw another L. This is going to be the one that comes all the way up here and goes up above it just a little bit. say x minus bar width divided by 2 minus 3d width x, and for the y, we'll say y minus 3d width y minus the bar height. Let's see, why is that getting mad? Oh, that needs to be a minus. And that needs to be a capital W. There's a little there we go. So we can see we came out, we went up. I don't think we came back far enough here. So let's put another L in here. It'll be X plus bar width divided by 2. And for the y, y minus 3d width y minus bar height. See what we get out of that one. Okay, it's looking better. We'll put in one more L. Okay, one more L right here. This will be x plus bar width divided by 2. And for the y, y minus bar height. Why is loving to go red over here? Oh, because this needs to be inside the backtick. There we go. And then we need L, x plus bar width divided by 2, and y, and then at the very end, we'll put a Z, and let's save that. It's looking better except for this point right here. So at this point, we went up, we went over, because we say X is the center. Oh, we need to subtract 3D width X. I believe that will put this one correct. Yep, so now we have an angle up here, angle up here, and angle up here. You'd probably see it better if we made the X like 5. There we go. I'm sticking with the 2. I'm liking the 2 better. Just a personal preference. We are going to need, say, const animated path equals animated.create path, and then we're going to add a line, so we'll create a const animated line equals animated.create line. And then over here, I'm going to say let animated opacity equals new animated dot value 0. We'll say animated dot timing. Yep. Animated opacity to value of 1. A delay of 500 to give our bar line time to rise up. Duration of 500, and use native driver true, and don't forget to add the start. And we'll say let animated line opacity equals new animated dot value 0 animated dot timing animated line opacity and to value 1 delay 500 duration 500 use native driver true. We could probably have them both use the same one, but actually what I want is for this to have 0.2 opacity, because I want this, there's going to be a little line that goes up right here. So we said if we're 3D, we have this path. This will now be an animated path. And once we reload, we'll see that's going to actually do what we want it to do. We're going to come down here and say 3D or null. And here we'll have an animated line. And it will be x1 will be x minus bar width divided by 2. y1 will equal y. x2 will equal x minus bar width divided by 2 minus 3 d width x, and the y2 is going to equal y minus 3d width y. We'll say the stroke width is equal to 1. Stroke is equal to pound 000. Oh. And the opacity, animated line opacity. And here we need to make this animated opacity. Let's see what everybody's complaining about. That needs to be a minus sign. Alright. So you can't really see that there. Well, let's go back and make this x of 5. That line may stand out a little better now. Yeah, I can see just a little bit of a line there. And if we wanted to, we could add another line. Make sure this one's right. Oh, actually, I put this one wrong. Y minus bar height and I still have something wrong there. This should be bar height minus. There we go. Now we have our little line up here. And let's make a third line, one at the bottom, which I think is what we just did a second ago. 3D. We'll just grab this line right here. Put them in here. And we'll say this one needs to be the same. This one just needs to be Y. And we'll take out the bar height on this one. And I think we'll see that we should get a little line down here. Yep, and we do. It is great. And this needs to be animated line opacity. You can see it's really dark. Now we have a really faint line there. That's pretty cool. So let's take all of this 3D stuff here. Copy that. We'll put it up here above this G. And now we need to work on what about if it's gradient or not gradient. So everything should still be working fine. So let's make a bar, shadow, fill, color. And that is going to be equal to new shade, bar, color, 50. And then inside of here, bar, shadow, color equals new shade, bar, gradient, config.stop2.stop color 50. Let's copy that, put that here, and let's copy that and put that as our fill for this path, and also our fill for this path. If we go back and say use gradient, and I've since probably changed my colors on you. Here's my new purple colors. But notice that it's 50% lighter right there. So yeah, that is going to take care of our 3D.